Hey, what's going on everyone? I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope that all of you are having a great day, and thank you for joining me here today for your daily dose of Star Wars. Anthony Breznican has continued to bring us Star Wars news through The Last Jedi, and now the Han Solo film. And Anthony Breznican sat down with our new Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich, for an exclusive Entertainment Weekly one-on-one interview. The first question he asked was, "Tell me your perspective on it. How would you characterize the journey this character is on?" To which Alden replied, "I think it tells the story of a young man pursuing a dream to get out of his pretty rough upbringing. And a lot of the story is him trying to make this dream come true and finding out that it's a lot harder than he had imagined." The next question Anthony asked was, he seems like someone who didn't have a lot of people who cared about him at a young age. So he goes through life with shields up. To which he replied, "Yeah, that's all basically right. One of the fun things about this movie, but also one of the things that really shapes him, is that it takes place in a real dark underworld of the Star Wars universe." The next question he was asked had to do with Harrison Ford, and whether or not he met him. If those of you who had followed leaks about this Solo film before it was really, big into production, we saw a leaked photo, I don't know how long ago at this point, of Harrison Ford and Alden meeting at a restaurant for lunch discussing the project, and Anthony's question was, "Could you share some of what he was able to tell you about playing this character?" To which he replied, "He said a great thing when I met him. Tell them I told you everything you needed to know and that you can't tell anyone. I wanted to meet him because I just felt generally it wouldn't be right to do the movie without some kind of contact with him. And I'm really glad I did. He was very, very supportive. It's just cool to have lunch with Harrison Ford." I think one of the things Harrison Ford gets hit on is the fact that he's a great Han Solo. He's a big part in the Star Wars universe, but it seems like he doesn't really care as much about the franchise anymore as he once did. And the fact that he went and met with Alden and told him, and Alden says he was very supportive, just shows the fact that he still does care a lot about this character and this universe. And the fact that he played the character, he still wants it to be true to what the character was. And he was able to create the character and shape him to the way he wanted. So it was important for him to have Alden do that, which is something that we really have to give Harrison Ford a pat on the back for. In the new Solo film, it's not going to be Leia that's Han's love interest, but rather Emilia Clarke's Qi'ra. Anthony Breznican asked Alden about this. Let's talk about other people in this character's life. Qi'ra, Emilia Clarke's character, is a big part of young Han Solo's early years. What do we need to know about the two of them? To which Alden replied, "Yeah, they've known each other for a long time, and she's a very important person in his life." Anthony followed that up with, "Is she more savvy than he is? Less idealistic? How would you contrast their personalities?" Alden said, "I think she has a slightly different way of handling herself in this tough universe. She's better at working the system, rather than bucking against it." The next question Anthony asked is something I'm really glad he did ask, because he's asking, can you give us a sense of what Han is like when we meet him at the start of the movie? Obviously, we see him evolve. What's different from the guy we know? And I'm glad he asked this because this sets up the fact that this is not going to be the exact same Han Solo that we know from 4, 5, and 6. It's going to be a much younger Han Solo, which is going to have to show us how he became the one we met in A New Hope, which is really great to preface this because some fans probably are going to go in expecting it to be just like Harrison Ford's Han Solo, and we're not at that point in his life yet. So this is a great question, to which Alden replied, "I think the main thing that's different is that the Han we met in this film is more of an idealist. He has certain dreams that he follows, and we watch how it affects him as those dreams meet new realities. Realities that are harder and more challenging than he'd expected." Can you say what his dream is? I assume it's bigger than smuggler. I can't say exactly, but it definitely involves independence and calling your own shots. I thought the castings did a wonderful job, kind of retroactively coming up with what kind of background would lead him to becoming the character we all know. Anthony's follow-up question was, can you explain independence? Do you mean he just wants to call his own shots, or is he indentured in some way? To which Alden says, "Well, one thing that you kind of know about the Star Wars universe, but that you learn in a much more impactful way as you get into it, is that living in the universe is hard. Most people, especially during the reign of the Empire, are under control of some kind of force or another. No pun intended. Having the resources and stability to call your own shots, do what you want, have freedom, isn't something that comes easily, so Han's dream involves making that happen for himself. Anthony's last question was him trying to poke a little Jabba confirmation out of Alden by saying, "Seems like he is forever trying to get out from under someone's thumb. Does Jabba have thumbs?" Alden laughs and says, "Yeah, I think you could say that. He is forever trying to do that." So not really giving any confirmation about it, but just teasing it just as well as Anthony was. Overall, this interview with Alden I think is fantastic. I'm really glad that Anthony was able to get this one-on-one with Alden. I think the film's going to be fantastic. I really like the way that Alden is handling himself and handling the character in this interview, and I'm really glad that he was able to meet with Harrison Ford, and I'm really, really glad that they were able to tell us that he's not going to be the same character that we know from 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to watch him journey to get there, which is fantastic. Let me know what you guys think about this interview. Do you guys have any hesitations about Alden playing Han, or are you just ready to see the film? Let me know with the comment down below. That wraps things up for me here in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. If you want more Star Wars Coffee, you can always follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SWCoffee YouTube. And if you want to become a daily coffee drinker, hit that bell down there to receive a notification on your iOS or Android device the second a new video goes live. Thank you guys for watching. As always, keep loving Star Wars, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.